Chairman, I now yield to the gentleman from Texas, who's a very significant participant in both Financial Services Committee and the Agriculture Committee. Mr. Neugebauer, 2 minutes.
The gentleman is recognized for 2 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I rise in strong opposition to this conference report. Financial regulatory reform is needed, but this 2,300-page bill is the wrong solution for the taxpayers, and it won't help build strong capital markets needed to fuel growth and new jobs for our country. If you like the bailouts of the last few years, you're going to love this new financial bill. If you're a consumer who wants fewer choices, higher cost of credit, and new fees, this bill has some great deals for you. This bill will vastly expand the powers of the government regulators. Those are the same regulators who fell short of the job the first time around, and now they're asking us to trust them, and they tell us that the outcome will be different next time. But the outcome won't be different because this bill sets up a permanent bailout regime that puts the government in charge of picking winners and losers. Under this bill, if the government says to your company is too big and too important to fail, your company gets an implied backing and serious advantages over its competitors, especially your smallest competitors. If the government determines a company should be shut down, the government gets to decide how everyone that does business with that company is treated, ignoring the rule of law just like they did with AIG and the automobile companies behind closed doors. And if those problems weren't serious enough, now the majority is playing fast and footloose with taxpayers. In a move that could only make Bernie Madoff and Enron proud, the majority is now taking the unused and paid back TARP funds that were supposed to pay down the national debt and double counting the deposit insurance premiums to pay for this $19 billion cost of this bill. American families can't double count their income for their paychecks. What kind of accounting is Congress using that will let us double count the money? Mr. Chairman, bills sometimes have good titles, but they don't accomplish what they're supposed to do. There is no real financial reform in this bill. I wish there was. I want to vote for real financial reform. But the big losers here are the American people. They stay at risk. Their choices are going to be limited because now we're going to have a new credit czar determine what kind of financial products that the American people get to look at. If you want real reform, vote against this bill.
The gentleman from Minnesota.